know, it's very fitting that I voted Iceberg / am playing Iceberg, or we are playing Iceberg, because I'm a fucking Iceberg
Good
right now.
segue, Robert.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I was going for.
So
there.
I want to... Can you explain why your room is so cold and how you would fix it?
I have the window open. I could close it, but I have to pull the AC hose out of the fucking window to close it.
Yeah.
The first day it's been freezing. So, without further ado, roast away.
Yeah.
So some might say in the winter, one of the things you do is close your window.
You would say that.
Rob's explanation, I understand it more than I'd like to admit, but I've been doing my best to grow out of this attitude for a couple of years now. And that's you saying, I would unplug the hose, but you know, I've got work to do. Like, I can justify not doing this job that'll take like less than 10 minutes because I have other stuff to do. It's
I woke up, you know, edited, uploaded videos, started streaming, and then, you know, now I'm here.
At the part where you start to get cold, though, is usually where you start to prioritize that, I would say.
That's a good point, yeah.
And you're at the cold part.
I also have eaten a macaroni and cheese cup today.
At least you've eaten something. Like, I'll give you that. That's a start.
Have you drank any liquids also, or
yeah,
no?
have you consumed liquid today?
I have, yes. I have drank some water.
Oh, hell yeah, you're doing well.
Yeah, you're all set, man.
No, I mean, I got water in my room. I'm ready to go on the waterfront.
You should just, every day in the morning, I recommend this for most people. You know, I don't like to give too much unsolicited advice.
That's good one.
Make a checklist. Put drink water on it, for crying out loud. I would, you know, Austin was like, you know, you don't drink until you get thirsty. I think that's too late.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
body, it's like a warning symbol. It's like reach in the hall, man. Go fix that shit.
That's true. I mean, I drink water all the time. I'm a big water drinker, so.
I'm extremely pro water as well. Like you just feel better sometimes. Like sometimes I'll be like grumpy and I'm like, why am I so grumpy? And I realize I haven't consumed water like all day. And I have a glass of water and I feel normal. But Austin is largely a pretty affable dude to begin with, so
affable.
Got him.
Snap. So I don't know if maybe he would be like the world's happiest and also nicest man if he actually consumed more than one glass of water per day.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, I am a doctor, but that's a very good one. But yeah, they say, I don't know what the percentage is, but it's something pretty large. Like if you just drank more water, you'd probably not have half the issues that you have. It's like your knees are aching, drink some water. You got an ear infection, just drink some water.
It's lubrication. It moves through your body. It cushions your joints and stuff. So
I don't know.
There's a lot of reasons for that.
Those are bad examples, but
you've got a skin-eating virus. Drink some water.
Or just rub some water on it, maybe.
yeah, it'll be fine. I mean, we're like what, like 80% water, or something like that, right?
Maybe you are. Oh my god!
Don't go too far in the other direction and perpetuate that you got to drink 8 cups a day, because that's just like not right either.
But why are people so like bent out of shape about the 8 cups of water thing? Like everybody that acts like they're intellectually superior when they know that that's a myth. They're like, you know, the water commission's not gonna get one over on me.
No, it's because they lied to us, because they told us, first of all, that the food pyramid was true, and it's not. And then they told us we had to drink a shitload of water, even though we were getting most of our water from our food. So it's just like, come on, guys, give us the straight facts. We just want to know.
I don't trust big water, if there's one thing I know.
But there's, like, no downside except you pee, like, more often.
Peeing feels good sometimes.
Bustin' makes me feel...
Maybe not if you're drinking that Fuji water.
It's not about...
Ever had that?
I've had Fuji water a couple times. I don't... It's funny, our friends that drove to Boston for one night, I don't know why he had this phase where he just drank nothing but Fuji water.
I remember that, yeah. You would, like, go to the gas station and exclusively get Fuji water, and then you'd be like, you want some water? And, like, you're like, I feel guilty drinking this. This is like a $5 bottle of water.
Yeah. He's very generous.
Oh yeah, it's not Fuji water, it's Fiji water.
Yeah, it's Fiji water, yeah. Chet's real mad about that, yeah.
I don't know why it took me so long to clue into that. I was like, that doesn't sound right. I never knew Fuji water was Japanese. You know, it's got all those Japanese palm trees on the front of it and the white sand beaches.
Well, so
Yo,
like
what?
the main thing with Fiji water, right, is that like, oh god damn it, it's rainwater, right? Like that's what you're paying extra money for. Is that
Technically, all
it's-
water is rainwater.
Well, okay, yes, but you know what I mean. Like it's not. It doesn't come out of a lake or a river or something. It's
Or an ass.
it comes from rain.
I mean, you know, the water cycle.
He has a good point with
I
that.
know. But what they say, they put it on the bottle, like, you know, this is the highest quality rainwater that is available in Japan.
You are aware of the rain cycle, yeah?
You know.
So basically-
I don't know what else I gotta say to you fuckers.
They've got a bunch of moldy, mildewy rain barrels. They collect the rainwater and then they just like bottle it. from
Oh,
that.
Fiji's from.
I just want to point out, if we bring up, like, Doritos, Tacos, Locos, people go, yeah, it's pretty good, it's a little salty. If we bring
Doritos,
up
Locos,
water,
Tacos.
people go, be careful. If you drink too much water, your cells could explode. You could dilute the electrolyte composition in your body and lead to, like, muscle wasting disease. Why do we not hold all food and drink to the same standard as we hold water to? If there's literally any negative consequence to water, people are like, well, it's not that good for you. But with Doritos, Tacos, Locos, people are like, yeah, it's pretty delicious. Like, just don't go overboard. By the way,
At the risk of sounding mildly anti-intellectual, the reason that anyone pushes back against the whole water thing is because there was like a good few years where people wouldn't shut up about how much you needed to drink more water. That's kind of the whole story. We can move past it though.
you probably
We can
do
grow.
need to, like, drink more water, though.
To
I
a
drink
degree,
lots of
yeah.
water.
I mean,
I'm
I'm
just
not gonna
saying
say.
moderation, man. That's all.
I'm not gonna say anybody. Oh God, I'm not gonna say anybody else needs to drink more water. I'll just say that I'm happy drinking as much as I drink daily.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna criticize something about
Oh,
Ryan,
fuck.
it shouldn't be how much water he consumes.
That's a good point.
There-
Yeah.
You can
Well,
criticize
I had
what
all the
water he
points.
consumes.
This is his hair.
There was.
I drink
mean,
like 2 bottles of water a day. That's a good amount, right?
Well, it depends how big are the bottles, like 10 gallons each, or are they like 2 milliliters.
Well, that's that's the regular water bottle size water bottle.
What's a regular water bottle size in America?
Hold on, let me take a look.
'Cause what would you say
Half a liter?
We
16.9 fluid ounces.
No.
we recently crossed over into the 500 milliliters as a normal size bottle era over here.
Does it say the milliliters on here? Yeah, 500. 500.
Okay,
There you go.
sure. 16,
Yeah.
17 ounces.
Bingo.
It's full of hot water.
Yeah,
You drink a liter of water a day?
pretty much. Yeah,
That's too little, man.
that's too little.
That's too little. I'm a
I
2
want a
liters a
liter
day
of
sort of
cola.
guy.
2 liters. That's a lot. That's a lot of water.
I drink 7 liters.
Okay, that's ridiculous.
You know those the water containers that they put on the water coolers at like the office?
Yeah.
I drink 8 of those a day.
They're 18 liters each.
It's all right. Yeah. That's only 144
It's the only way.
liters a day.
Wait, let me think. How many of those you drink, Nick?
8.
Oh my gosh, so 8 times.
I'm just trying to do proud
80,
work for my doctor.
It's 144, and then divide that by about 4, and you'll get there 3.78, and you'll get the gallons. Let's
I'm not gonna divide it by 3.78 in my head.
do it, Ryan. Are you
Ryan or
You
Austin
won't.
probably could actually.
No,
No.
that one that requires
You
like
could
2
do it by
extra
4.
steps. Yeah, 4 is easy enough, but 3.78, I can give you an approximation, but I'm not gonna
Do it.
because I'm trying to beat this fucking hell level.
What the? I don't think I've beaten this once
No,
since
thi-
we added traps to
This
this.
is very
Yeah,
hard.
this is pretty rough, man.
I don't understand that it's the young person's obsession. People are like, all I ask is that you do some research about the amount of water you consume daily. I'm an adult. I live my life. I drink as much water as I feel comfortable drinking. You know what? Fuck you guys. I'm getting another can of water right now. Also, only Nick can play this level, so we might as well.
What?
Oh, I guess it's Nick's choice. I like that.
I have press A on all of the other things.
We're
Should I
doing Metal
press
Plan
A?
then.
I'm drinking Coke out of a Coca-Cola glass.
I got
Yeah,
a lemon
it's
Arizona
canceled.
iced tea.
Yeah.
Which also is not.
right.
That's cheating. That's cheating. You can't have a can of flavored water.
How is
and
that
say you
cheating
drink-
at all? It's just water.
I only drink
Yeah,
boxed
but
water.
it's got juices in it.
It does not have juice in it.
Actually, what does it have in it? I'm actually
has
curious. I don't know.
Carbonated spring
Flavor.
water, natural flavor, and ozone.
And
Natural
penis
flavor
shavings.
could be juice. It could be the
Natural
juice.
flavor? What does natural flavor mean?
It's probably
It
got like
means
these.
juice.
you know, they squeezed a lime into the
Lime
For
what?
that.
Lime what?
Are you fermenting your water?
Yeah, dude. It's not lime. Well, I don't know. I actually don't know what natural flavor is.
You
for
don't
lime.
know what you're
It's
drinking? That's the most dangerous
probably
enemy of all.
just citric acid of some kind.
You know what? You give me a heartburn. Coke or Pepsi guy? I don't know. As a kid, I was a Coke
Overriding.
guy, but I kind of like Pepsi more these days.
I'm a Coke guy because there's no Pepsi Zero.
I'm a Coke guy because I like
It's
red
called
more than
Pepsi
blue.
Max.
I'm a Coke guy because I'm from Colombia.
Hey, hashtag I'm a Coke guy. Tell us your best Coke memory
From
lifestyle.
Colombia.
Yeah.
Rob, like your thought process there was so good. I'm a Coke guy because I'm from Colombia.
Let's get the NLSS sponsored by Coca-Cola Corporation. Let's get hashtag I'm a Coke guy trending with your best choices of why you're a Coke guy.
Can we get a cocaine sponsorship instead?
I feel like every parent should make their kid from a relatively early age, despite just the horribleness of it, should watch Requiem for a Dream and Train Spotting. No person in their right mind that hasn't already been addicted to drugs will do drugs after watching those movies.
Yeah, but Train Spotting is heroin, isn't it?
Yeah. And whatchamacallit is actually wait, no,
They're both
they do-
heroin, aren't they?
They
Well-
both have heroin and cocaine and
What's Ellen Burstyn addicted to in Requiem for a Dream? It's like pain pills or something.
Yeah, probably.
Double dildos. If I remember.
Gambling? I can't remember. It's something like that. Wow.
Someone asked me if I'd rather have to drink half as much a day but eat twice as much, or vice versa.
I mean, I would rather have to or get to. Because I would love to get to eat twice as much daily without it having, like, negative consequences.
Oh, well, yeah, that would be
There-
pretty dope.
yeah.
Like, eating is pretty sweet.
Yeah, I do really enjoy eating.
I enjoy, you know, getting a nice, refreshing can of sparkling water as well. But,
Yeah?
like, eating is one order of magnitude up on that.
I think there's quite a few drinks that could actually surpass foods.
Like,
One of them would be a peach
Milkshake?
smoothie.
what peach schnapps?
Peach smoothie.
Oh no, you gotta go mango raspberry for me.
nah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know
It's
about
my own
the
personal
peach
preference.
smoothie.
You
No.
can't tell me I'm wrong.
I'd rather have,
Yeah,
like, 5 chicken fingers than a peach smoothie. There's no
think
question.
you're-
Who are you, Sinvicta now?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about a peach smoothie. I would, like, if I had an option between, like, you know, a shitty chocolate milkshake versus a shitty, I don't know, hot dog, I'd probably go for shitty chocolate milkshake.
I agree with that. Okay, I can understand where you're coming from there.
This is like a food
No.
equivalency scale. I think we could come up with a flowchart for this.
Yeah, we definitely can. And then we could put it in orbit terms as well, if
Oh!
needs be.
What's the food equivalent to a funky, cool can of Madrina's coffee?
I refuse to answer on the grounds that it may incriminate myself. Are you okay, man? Do you have open up your phone and like go to the weather app because I want to know what the temperature is in your room right now.
That
In
sound
my-
with no context was so good.
It is, what was it? What was it, chat? It was negative 5 or 6 C.
Outside.
Yeah, well, which also means in my room.
No, but you've got some heat-producing goods in your room.
Yeah. I'm like, well, I have a blanket over my legs, and my legs are very toasty.
Dr. Roboto.
That's not how the weather app works. Is there a thermometer app? Is there any like thermometer sensor on a?
There's no thermometer sensor on most phones.
Rob,
like,
go buy a
mercury or
2015 Ford Focus and then look at the onboard
Go
thermometer
idle it.
there.
It's basically that in here. Like the answer to your question when I went to Robot Town was I don't really have any heat generating sources in here besides this blanket, which is on my legs, which are very toasty, but my
Yeah, your
upper
computer.
body is very cold.
Dude, -6 is too cold indoors.
Yeah.
Like-
actually,
It's pretty cold. I'm pretty cold.
No, like that's like close to 30 degrees colder than it should be. This isn't about like just masculinity. Like, could a human live at that temperature? Yeah, but like you shouldn't.
Jack certainly couldn't. I'm pretty sure Rose could.
Are we, oh,
How many
okay.
pieces of wood do you have in your room right now?
Well, I got one big one right here for you. If you.
Oh!
Yeah, that's my penis. Got him.
I guess Rose is gonna rest right on that one then.
And I don't need a jacket.
My heart will go on.
-6 is like not that bad. Just put on a jacket, you'll be fine. Yo,
Okay, no, it's different
Yes,
indoors.
outside, sure. Inside, no.
All right, let's get that trending. Outside.
Outside,
yeah,
yes.
inside, no.
It's the new abstinence only
no.
campaign from the new Secretary of the Interior.
Wait, which one is that?
I don't know. I was trying to make a joke about Rick Perry.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, he's the Secretary of State.
No,
Or no,
he's
not Secretary of
energy
State. Secretary of Energy,
Yeah.
yeah. You know what's great about that? And not to take it too political here. but
because
what's
he
great
wanted
about
to
that,
demolish it.
He did, yeah.
or dismantle it.
Yeah, that was his thing. That was his platform when he was running, is to destroy the Department of Energy.
I like the idea of the Secretary of the Interior being responsible for sex education also.
Or just interior design, really.
Yeah,
That'd be
well, that
great,
too.
Yeah. Well, they wouldn't have a lot of work to do. I mean, the White House is pretty well dolled up at this point.
It's not gold yet.
Look, Malv and I are not from like northern Norway where it gets to like -40, but it gets fucking cold where we grew up.
I mean, northern Canada is just as north.
Yeah, but we're
as-
not from northern Canada. Let's be real.
We're not from northern anywhere now.
We're-
So you're a
it-
lie, basically, because you're like northern.
She's
lion.
northern compared to me.
I'm just saying, like, we can at least be like, you know, we've lived through -30, -40 Celsius temperatures. So
Yes.
we're not gonna pull the masculine card and be like, oh, it's not that bad. Like -6, if it was -6 in my house, I would be on the phone to somebody going like,
no.
what the fuck is
Wait.
wrong?
Rob, are you serious? That's really what temperature it is? They said that's 21 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yes. Yes, it is, yeah.
That's
It's-
like colder than it is outside right now.
Well, that's as cold as it is outside. I mean, yeah, in reality,
What the
it's,
fuck, Rob?
it's probably a
Close
couple
your
degrees
window.
above that. Well, again, we're playing Ultimate Chicken Horse. How am I gonna close the window now?
This is a health problem. You need to stop playing games and go close your fucking window.
That's
I'll
too
be
much.
Fine.
Okay, so here's university. Our house was weird in that the thermostat was on the main floor. Well, that's not weird.
Weird.
You would you would set it to 20 degrees, let's say Celsius, and then downstairs it would be 25, and upstairs it would be 15. And our Ryan and I had a mutual friend. He was downstairs. Obviously, 25 is pretty hot.
Yeah.
But 15 was like way worse, and he was like, no man, like when it's 15 outside it's glorious, but you're forgetting there's not like the sun shining, the humidity and all that shit is different. You would wake up like cold as shit. So Rob, you should probably
Yeah.
close your window.
Are you
Yeah, I
gonna
should-
live?
I'll be fine.
Oh,
I like the
oh.
cold. This
I
is
like the
too
cold too, but that's
I-
extreme.
Yeah, this is too cold, but I like the cold though in general.
At least like you got a tent or something in your closet. You get that going. Get a sleeping bag.
I got a tent in my pants right now. If
You already told us.
The Duke of Memes to the $5 tip says, hey Nick, I had a hypnotist come to my high school for my psychology class today, and he told a kid his backpack was glued to the floor, and then he fucking face planted.
What's
All right.
What?
Is that kid okay?
I want to have a conversation about hypnotism.
Quite a bit to that, actually. I like.
Because I've been to a couple things where there were hypnotists. Like, I don't know if you guys had this in, like, your first year of college. You have that week where they're like, hey, do, like, fun and game stuff before you start doing school. So they had, like, a hypnotist come to the stadium and, like, hypnotize some people. And we were like, oh, that's really funny. I've never been to a hypnotism exhibition that went wrong, but the skeptic in my brain goes, it should go wrong all the fucking time. There should just be times where you have somebody on stage and then, okay, 3, 2, 1, close your eyes. And then they're just like, sorry, dude, like, you didn't get me, right? Like, I don't know what's wrong. But it never...
Your shoe is now a phone.
Well, part of the thing about hypnotic suggestion is you kind of have to, like, when you're in that situation where you're in front of a crowd. I mean, I'm sure it does go wrong in some cases, but like when you're in front of a crowd or whatever, you know, you're probably more prone to it since you're, because that's the whole point of it is you have to accept that you're going to be hypnotized, otherwise it's not going to do anything. Like, if you sit there and some guy's trying to hypnotize you, and you're like, yeah, this is fucking bullshit the whole time, nothing's going to happen.
They go, you're not hypnotically suggestible, so you're not a valid candidate. We need to self-select from a group that is willing to fake this.
Is it not just... Yeah, I was gonna say, like, is it not just, like, fake? I'm just being honest.
It is just fake, yes.
I never saw any of those students again. To the best of my... I'm not saying that they were...
them afterwards, yeah.
I'm not saying that they were planted there. Or murdered later, as Rob is suggesting. However, I don't recall any of the names of the students who were hypnotized.
It's not fake, though. It's not like cold reading. You can be hypnotically suggested.
Wait, hypnotism is... Here's what's being suggested in chat right now. Hypnotism is real, but stage hypnotism is fake.
No, that's so real. Happened to me once.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I shit myself.
You do strike me as someone that would be picked to be hypnotized. I don't know why. But if they're not planted, I would be like, Malf would volunteer and
I would
be
love
selected.
to do it, but just like, if it was fake, just to like, really mess with the people, he'd be like, you know, you're gonna go to sleep, and then I would actually just like, take my pants off and drop a steamy pile of poo-poo.
I've do it before. In drama class, that's a thing that they like doing.
Oh, that doesn't count.
Is it a conflation of terms? Is it where, like, in the realm of psychology, there is such a thing as a hypnotic state, but it's not something that you can, like, put people into the way we make it look like in media? It's just it's a brainwave frequency type thing.
It's not like the movies, but it's similar, at least.
There's a video on YouTube I saw a few years back. This, like, whatever, hypnotist, suggestive therapist guy is talking to Simon Pegg. And
that's Darren Brown, where he makes them want a red bicycle.
A BMX.
Yeah.
BMX bike.
Yeah.
BMX he keeps, like, touching his arm and saying key words in certain ways. And he's like, what do you want for Christmas? He's like, I want a BMX bike. And then after, he's like, do you really want a BMX bike? He's like, fuck no, I want a leather jacket. It's like, how did you get me to say that?
Obviously.
It's so good.
Who would want a BMX bike and you have a leather jacket?
I mean,
I would be okay with
it. Like a 35-year-old man at the time of the filming. What's he gonna do with a BMX bike?
I've been hypnotized before. Not in the way that it is in like a movie. It's like, you know, put your shoe on your head and fuck your mom. You know, like none of that.
That's my favorite.
You do say that a lot.
I do. I mean, I believe that like hypnotherapy is real. Where, you know, like the psychologist puts you under and then you go, I killed them. You know, and then
I don't know that happened either, but I mean, you know.
I think it's real insofar as it's a thing that exists. Yeah.
What about in The Office when he like convinces them to chill out?
And then, I haven't seen that one, I think.
Not The Office, sorry. Office Space, the movie.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, and then he dies, so he's just like in a perpetual state of chilling out.
Yeah.
All right, there's a second update from the Duke of Memes about the kid face planting with the backpack. Thank you again for another $5 tips. As I have video if you want me to tag you on Twitter with it. But yeah, hypnotism is more suggestion where you go into a hyper-focused state rather than actually being asleep. Yes, please do tag me in that. I want to see the video.
I do want to see that too. But yeah, no, that's more or less what I experienced, which is like it's not like you get in like a weird kind of haze.
I don't think I'm suggestible enough. Like,
yeah, you might not be. You kind of gotta accept it.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I want to see what happens when it goes wrong. So I don't think I'm the right guy.
Although, I mean, there is the idea that you could hypnotize people to doing things, but, you know, not things that they wouldn't normally do anyway. Like, you hypnotize a guy and tell him to dance. And
or Fox taking a shit in the middle of the floor.
Right, yeah. Exactly.
So, Dan hypnotized the
that,
Big Brother house members. You know what? That's a good theory.
That's the secret of why he wears red all the time. It makes you more susceptible to hypnotism. Thank you also, Shards UZ-Man, for the $5 tips. His daddy broke the silence on Hearthstone. Cairo jokes are go. He had a 5-stage plan to gape that girl open. Unfortunately, he used it on the hull of his kayak. Oh my god.
That got way worse than I expected.
I didn't pre-read that one, so...
Yeah, you probably should have.
Probably should have.
You had a 5-stage plan. Gape that girl open.
Well, thank you for the tip.
It blew my mind today when Dan started posting like his camera roll from 2016, and he had like 9 photos of Cairo Seijiro in there. Like, I don't understand.
Well,
Self, honestly.
I don't understand that man.
photos of all of us.
Yeah,
on
that was
various
also
occasions.
weird how he's got photos of all of us, but I guess he's making those thumbnails, so.
I like
Oh,
knowing there's pictures
fuck.
of me on Dan's phone.
Oh, you're fucked. Oh, what?
What
You
if
guys
Fun
wanna
time.
hypnotize each other and then fuck one another?
What happened there? You sounded like
You know, when it's
became
cold, sometimes your lips stop working.
you became
No.
Colombian.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I hope that impression is not offensive to people from Colombia, because really, I just am doing an
I'm doing
impression of Rob's
Tony
impression.
Montana. Well, I was doing an impression of Tony
Oh,
Montana,
God.
which is, you know, like a really bad Colombian accent from, you know, fucking what's his face.
We're in the
Al
kill
Pacino.
box.
Little friend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
First
Spyro
we gotta
says
win
Rob
it.
close the damn window. I'm in agreement with Spyro right now.
Yeah.
Kate, why you got lion feels going on in chat right now? Is it because you're Colombian?
Yo, God block. When I got hypnotized, I lost my pants. Really?
I can see it.
Did you ever
Yeah,
find him?
It's similar to like placebos, you know? Like you just kind of, if you believe it enough, then you'll do weird shit.
Eat a sugar pill and you just like get
Yeah.
rid of your pants and don't know what happened to them.
Mm-hmm.
I think somebody's making pierogies in a different apartment, and the buttery goodness is seeping into mine.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, that sounds
Oh, it is.
fantastic. I mean, if I could
I mean-
choose a smell to waft into my apartment, cooking pierogies in butter would probably be up there.
Oh yeah.
What about
Anything
baby
in
shit
butter, though.
themselves in your hallway?
No,
How's
that one was probably like a very low on the list. That and like old weed smoke wafting over from the apartment
Oh,
next
man.
door. But
420, boy.
There's a guy that smokes weed, and
Nice.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
That's awesome, man. That's crazy.
damn,
I don't know,
dude.
it's just more annoying. I don't care that he's smoking it, but I can always smell it in my apartment. I'm like, what if I had a kid here, man?
He wouldn't know
You
what to
get
think.
fucking
Well, I mean,
contact high.
what if you had a kid there?
Oh, you
Let's-
know what? I'd probably like get his ass thrown out, I guess.
Really?
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
no, I
For,
talked to him.
for
I'd be like,
smoking?
"Listen, I gotta.
what if
I
your
don't-
kid-
Yeah, just smoking a
Does it
in
matter
the
if your
boys'
kid
room.
smells
Just tell him to get an air
marijuana?
filter.
Secondhand marijuana.
Oh, come on. Secondhand
Don't give me
smells
this,
are not a
Ryan.
real
You
consequence.
know for a fact, if you had a kid and there was marijuana seeping in, you
It's
would
not
hate
like
would-
they're blowing the smoke under your door. It's just the
Dude,
smell
it goes
of it.
in the fucking like air vents and all this shit. My apartment's it smells like I'm the one who's smoking it. That's how intense.
Breaking news, huge if true. Northern Lion LP advocates child marijuana smoke.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this guy's so protective of secondhand smells.
It's only smell.
It's don't smell. I pay
Sweaty.
money to live here, you know. I don't want to be smelling somebody else's farts or their marijuana.
It pisses me off too, because like, it smells pretty bad, but I'm not gonna like go over there and be like, hey, stop smoking the
Yeah.
reefer.
I kind of like the smell of it, to be honest.
Yeah, just bring him an air filter.
No,
so
but
how do you
like,
know the smell
it's
of it?
not-
Not
Like-
all are created equal.
I guess.
Like, sometimes you're like, ooh, that's some, like, ripe stuff right there. And sometimes you're like, did somebody just spill bong water from, like, 6 years ago into
Oh,
the air
yeah.
filter?
It's like old rancid shit. Yeah, you're right.
NL wouldn't complain. He would send Kate to do it.
You know what weirdly
Maybe.
smells like dank ass weed?
Hops.
Skunks.
Skunks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you're right.
No, I
Yeah.
like.
That's where that word came from.
You
calling
like
it skunks.
the
Yeah, call it
smell
skunk.
of skunks?
Like distant, like 2 kilometers away. You just get a hint of it.
Smells like the summer air sometimes, which is kind of nice.
But what if, like, a skunk farted into your air vent when you had a kid?
So like one time I was in college and we were walking through a field late at night after a frat party.
As one does, of course.
Right, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, it was the middle of fucking nowhere. College is what
Is
it
when he
was.
threw the ball through the window.
Well, no, that was another time. But anyway, so I'm walking through a field and I'm like, who the fuck is smoking some dank ass fucking Mary Jane?
Oh,
and
Jesus.
then I look
Rotten
around and
crotch.
it's like there is no one around for miles. There is no way
Whoa!
that anyone is smoking marijuana.
Did you see that, Barbara? That Barbara changed positions
no.
when the flower punched at me.
Wait, yes, it did.
Oh my god, it did. It's amazing.
Remember that time in university we were all walking back to your like ghetto house, and then there was a skunk in the alleyway, and I ran past it, and all you guys were behind me, and you freaked the fuck out. He doesn't remember.
I don't remember that.
Really? You don't? I guess we were pretty drunk.
Yeah, that seems to be a common theme from this era.
Wait, are we talking about weed because it's legal today in Massachusetts?
No, we're talking about it because it smells worse than pierogies.
Oh yeah, I just forgot how we got here.
Doesn't it smell worse than pierogies?
Yeah! Pierogies are like a universally 100% positive aroma.
Especially if you're not the one who's partaking, then it's just like a tease. You're like,
Not the one who's partaking in marijuana or pierogies.
but both actually.
Yeah, no, pierogies, like if you're cooking them up with some fucking onions and shit.
I'm not against generally the marijuana smell. I just like would like them to go on their balcony, I guess. That's it. Like, again,
That's
there,
fair.
and I know
You
there
should
are
tell 'em.
other. Well, because I don't have a baby. It doesn't bother me. It would bother me if I had like a kid or something.
Well, I feel like you should cut your neighbors some more slack, if only because of that one night where we listened to Highway Star on your record player at like 1/8 speed really, really loudly for like 4 hours.
But then we also listened to it at like 10/8 speed.
That negates the other one.
Exactly.
I don't know. It was awesome. It really opened up my eyes to different ways of listening to music.
Yeah, it was an eye-opening experience.
Did you guys then do Pink Floyd's The Wall with Wizard of Oz playing?
I don't know what kind of life you think I lead.
Thank you, Shard CC Man, again for the subscription and for another $5 tips. Is breaking news, huge if true. Does mouth is weed?
Ooh.
I think mouth does not is weed.
Is
does
Mod
not is
Mouth
weed.
okay? Yo, okay, if Ryan gets 300 subs for me to be a mod, I also have to get 300 subs to be his mod.
I mean, we eventually made the Nug Challenge a real thing, so if we can make this a real thing, that could be worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You stand to benefit. It's not like I'm actually gonna mod in your channel.
Yeah, I know.
You fucker.
Cool Chipmunk 30 tipped $1.69, says I was on a Disney cruise. There was a hypnotist who hypnotized a woman to find the nearest bald head, kiss it, and then realize what they had done, and it was hilarious.
That sounds hilarious.
You hear that, Ryan?
I mean, it doesn't sound that hilarious. It sounds actually exploitative, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, what about those poor bald dudes? Like, what did, they
What's
didn't know
wrong
what
with
they were
getting your
into.
bald head kissed?
I don't want a dead lady's germs all over my head. I don't know where she's been.
Wait, a dead lady? She died?
No, I said dead lady's lips.
Oh,
No, she-
okay.
I said she was dead. She was dead at the time.
She died?
Yeah, he hypnotized her back to life to kiss bald men's heads. Coblock Fastwood, thank you for the 6 months. Says you or Rob would totally be the first of the crew to pop a joint on Twitch. People have popped joints on Twitch before already,
Yeah, they have.
and it's actually not even a problem as long as you're in a legal state
Look
and
at that arrow!
of age. You're just not allowed to call attention to it.
Just eat edibles instead or something. Then you don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah, breaking news if true.
That's what you are.
And I did it.
Is it possible to consume an edible without drawing attention to it too? Or
Yeah.
without
Well,
Definitely not.
because anytime
mean?
I've ever been around somebody who was partaking, they're like, dude,
Yeah.
check it out.
Look at the nugs in this brownie!
But is it a heady high or will it put you in the couch? That's the real question.
It's that
it a-
Frankenstein shit makes you walk like a monster.
What are the two things? It's saliva and
Yep.
It's
Salvia.
salvia.
Yeah,
no, salvia is a different one.
It's no,
Wait,
it's
so
saliva
you are
was in
talking
your
about
mouth.
actual saliva, okay.
it's saliva
No,
and
it's-
ayahuasca.
Yeah, right, ayahuasca. Yeah, that's it.
Is that Tabasco's brother?
Yep. It is
Yeah, cheap
Tabasco's.
ayahuasca. Did you guys know?
Oh,
that-
sativa, that's what you meant.
Yeah, no, I know. It's sativa. Sativa and indica.
Tell NL not to diss pierogies, please. He didn't.
What are you talking
Nobody's
about?
dissing
He
pierogies.
did the
Holy
opposite,
Christ.
actually.
I am
don't-
so pro rogies. And
I like
yet,
that.
Hashtag pro rogies. Make it happen.
I am fucking super.
I'm so pro
pierogies, to be
pierogi that when Parliament was prorogued, I got excited before I knew what it meant.
Thank you, Texas Milk, for the $5 tips. As sometimes the roast beef at Jimmy John's smells like the devil's lettuce.
Why is NL so anti-rogie?
I'm not anti-Rogie. I'm pro-pierogi and pro-Seth Rogen.
Chat, hashtag pro-rogie if you're pro-pierogi, or anti-rogie if you're anti-pierogi.
There's no way anyone can be anti-Rogie. Like, I just don't understand. It's the perfect melange of food.
What if they're allergic to potatoes?
Okay, well then you're not. That's not really fair.
That's like
That's like, okay, I'm allergic to penicillin. I'm anti-penicillin. Fuck you, planet Earth.
They make other medicinal alternatives for people who are allergic to penicillin.
But that doesn't mean you could be anti-penicillin and save like 1 billion lives.
penicillin invented by a Canadian.
Yep, Frederick
If they
Banting.
injected it into me, I would have a problem because I'm allergic to it.
Wow.
But I appreciate what it's done for humanity.
Sometimes I wonder about you guys.
Is anybody allergic to potatoes? Like, I assume you can be allergic to potatoes, but I've never seen it. Never, like,
I don't know.
heard
I found out
anecdotally about it.
bananas are an herb today.
What?
I bought pierogies at the grocery store yesterday on your suggestion. Thank you.
Oh!
I don't want too much credit for that. First off, because we've all been pimping the pierogies, and secondly,
Yeah.
because we didn't make the pierogies and we didn't buy the pierogies. You bought them, so you should take the credit for being a smart person.
Have you never had pierogies before, and your first experience is going to be the frozen pierogies?
Look, let's not. We don't have to do that.
No, I'm not. All I'm going to say is, eat, like, frozen. There's nothing wrong with frozen pierogies in my opinion. But if you eat them for the first time and you're like, it's not my thing, maybe then at least keep an open mind after that.
It's the same thing when people are like, yo, I had like my first poutine ever. It was okay, and then you find out the place used like shredded provolone or something.
Yeah, they lose like potato wedges and then like tomato sauce and shredded Tex-Mex cheese blend, and you're like, look, that's slander.
I would still eat that because I'm a gross human being sometimes, but I could never recommend somebody to eat that.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how well do pierogies pair with Madrina's coffee? I haven't actually ever tried it. I would guess it would be closer to a 5 than a 10.
I'd say
so it would be under 7 is what you're saying there.
I think so.
Okay.
So it would be literally 6. That's the only option.
Well, no, it could be a 1.
Well,
No, closer to 5 than to 10.
1 is closer to 5 than to 10, unless I'm
he's
losing
right.
my freaking mind here.
I didn't think about that properly.
Hey, I have a question.
Okay.
No.
Did you guys not see the teleporter that I've been using this whole time?
I've just been
No.
enjoying like actually testing myself instead of taking life's handouts.
Alright, I was just wondering why you guys weren't like roasting me on that or doing anything about it, like taking it or whatever, but
Things are relevant for the $2 tip. At my grad night, they hired a hypnotist who learned through getting his PhD in psychology. He brought 15 people onto stage, and as he began, he tapped like half of them on the shoulder and told them to leave. He could tell they couldn't be influenced.
I don't know the extent of not very knowledgeable on hypnotism clearly, but all I know is I have been personally hypnotized, and it was a little bit weird. Been in a hypnotically suggestive state.
Oh, I Want to Come in Alpaca Patrol has donated $3.69.
Oh, nice.
Not a hypnosis story, but please tell Rob I'm breaking up with him. I can't continue a relationship with someone who discriminates against ellipses.
Yeah, so that's been my chat all day is about ellipses. Like, how much did you guys talk about ellipses while my internet was down?
Ryan asked what's like the thing that gets you the most worked up, and I just came up with that. So, we gave it a good couple minutes.
You're honestly right.
Yeah, it's a mark of the fact that I do listen to what you say, and I know you hate ellipses, so I try not to use them in your presence as much as possible. Every now and then I put one in a tweet, and I go, Rob's going to kind of wince a little, and then I go, it's worth it, I guess.